Hi, I'm Mary McEwen, President and CEO of Keystone Community Services. We're a nonprofit organization that's been serving St. Paul and the surrounding communities for over 80 years. We support youth, families, and seniors in our community by helping them connect to each other and to resources in the community that help them live stable and independent lives.
We always said it was our other family. The people that come here and the people that work here are super nice.
I think I remember everything about this shop because this is my first job, and I feel like I can put what I learned here into good use if I want to apply to a different bike shop or want to work somewhere else.
They've really been there for just me going through being a single mom, deciding to go back to school. What does that look like for us? Are my kids safe? Are my kids being cared for?
Keystone was founded by neighbors just like you and I who wanted to make sure that their neighbors felt connected to the community. So they started programs, and we're doing the same work today that we were doing 81 years ago.
Right now it's really hard time for our participate and for all of us, but the Keystones did their best just to serve our community and so appreciate, and I'm sure that our participants really appreciate too.
Right now, we see people overcoming the social stigma of utilizing food pantries and food shelves because they're really in need now.
I think anybody can come to a food shelf, not just people who are in subsidized housing or low-income families or homeless, but that just regular middle-class families and people that have been working stable jobs for decades who are affected, who might not be necessarily running out of food, but just need that kind of extra support and that extra boost.
Last year in 2019, we had already experienced an increase of over 10% of participation in our programs, primarily in our food shelf programs. And so when the pandemic has hit, we are now seeing huge increases in the kinds of supports that people are looking for. Many of our low-income families, people of color, have already experienced challenges to have a stable lifestyle. And this pandemic has made it worse. High unemployment and a lot of anxiety about what the future holds is what many people in our community are experiencing right now.
Well, the pandemic has changed my life. I don't go out very much anymore because of my age.
The friends I used to have, we don't communicate, even though you could have called my phone. We have each other's phone number, but we don't communicate as much anymore. So I feel like I lost my connection with my friends.
Well, I was kind of isolated for the whole summer till I realized that Keystone was going to open up.
Last year, Keystone did a strategic plan. Over 750 people helped us figure out what it is that Keystone should be doing for the next 5 years. Since the pandemic has started, our strategic plans have accelerated. We are doing things now in the last 6 months that we were planning to do in 2021 or 2022.
There's a lot of individuals in need. There's a lot of people with uncertainty. They don't know where their life is going right now. A lot of people who are furloughed and lost their jobs. So they're thinking about, where am I going to get food next? And so Keystone really allows them to be able to have that ability to go and get food. We have crisis assistance. So, the calls are starting to really roll in.
Today, Keystone is launching our Acceleration Fund. We're calling it the Acceleration Fund because we had a 5-year plan. We thought we had 5 years to get all this done. And instead, because of the pandemic, we are accelerating everything we're doing from that plan. The Acceleration Fund will give us a flexible fund of dollars that we can quickly deploy to use as needed when the community needs emerge. Now we need more food resources than ever. Our community is struggling. It's very important that people have food. So we're expanding our food mobile services. We're adding drive-through distributions. We're increasing the number of Meals on Wheels that are available to our community. We have worked hard to have programs that help young people get that step up, get that advantage so they can take advantage of all of the things that are out there for them.
For my classroom particularly, I can't speak for all the rooms, the biggest stressor is related to their children still having some sort of social life.
I think most of us have a senior in our life, an older adult who we're worried about, someone that we think is going to be more isolated as the winter months come and as the pandemic lingers on. That's something that Keystone is doing every day, is making sure that seniors are connected to resources and do not get more isolated than they already are.
The seniors that I'm connected to continue to say things like, it's such a lifeline that you call every week. It's such a relief to know that I can call you if I need help.
These are all things that we are doing, and the Acceleration Fund will help us do these for as long as it's needed.
I don't even know how to talk about the staff without, I don't want to start crying because I feel really connected to them. I think that they care a lot. My kids are laughing at me because they know that I get all gushy.
I think what makes Keystone unique is their passion for people. And what I mean by that is their ability to connect with their communities, build relationships with their clients, with their business partners, and with volunteers to create that common good and find creative ways and solutions, especially in these uncertain and evolving times.
Keystone has been here for 80 years doing this work, and we will be here for another 80 years doing this work. This $2 million, your support of the Acceleration Fund, will help us do this work very quickly and very effectively and make sure that everyone in our community, your neighbors, are taken care of.
They're helping people, and if you can afford it and you have a little more than some of the people that here are coming here, it's great to give a little, and so somebody else can enjoy life a little better.
It is so important to give to Keystone, especially at a time like this. I know from my experience as a volunteer, I've seen so many people who have never used a food shelf before, ever in their lives, come in and say, you know, this is a totally new experience to me, but I'm in a place in my life where I need some assistance.
Even with all this uncertainty that we are all living with right now, we have seen tremendous support from our community, and we have seen our community come together to make sure that everyone in the community has what they need. We will work through this together. That's what we do. We're neighbors helping neighbors, and we will get through this. We need support to help us do that, and we can count on you. We know we can.